Welcome, everyone, to the Tech Transformed, where we have weekly conversations with innovators that are continuously reshaping the enterprise tech landscape. I'm your host, Kevin Petrie, VP of Research at Bark, a global research and consulting firm focused on data, analytics, and, of course, artificial intelligence. Today, I'm speaking with David Campbell, GoTo's VP of Product, to talk about a popular topic with our community, which is solving enterprise IT challenges with practical AI. So Dave, thanks for joining. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Thanks so much for having me, Kevin. It's great to be here. Really excited for our discussion. And as mentioned, my name is Dave Campbell. I'm the VP of Products here at GoTo. And GoTo is a provider of flexible software for IT management, unified communication, and collaboration. All of our solutions are SaaS-based, and we're really focused on helping our customers solve real-world needs around how they can keep their computers up and running, keep IT running smoothly, and deal with everything they have to achieve their business objectives. So it's great to be here.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this conversation. I spend a lot of time looking at artificial intelligence, and it seems that there's this symbiotic relationship, in this case, between the IT systems that support AI, but also how AI can support IT systems. And so I think looking at the ways in which AI can really enrich and improve the accuracy, the productivity, and so forth of IT systems personnel is, I think it's a great topic. So to start off here, maybe we could talk about the business problem that you're helping solve. IT systems, as we know, are burdened by complexity, legacy infrastructure, technical debt. What challenges does this create for modern companies? And have I left anything out in terms of the big challenges?
Yeah, so that's a great question and a great place to start. We're talking to customers around the world, and there's a lot of common themes that we're seeing. Legacy infrastructure and tech debt is often something that's very common, especially in IT. And it can create inefficiencies that really slow down businesses. And businesses can't afford to slow down, as you're aware. They're being pushed more than ever to move faster and be smarter. And these challenges can manifest as a couple of different things. One, fragmented systems and disparate systems. It can create higher maintenance costs and difficulty with integrating new technologies. And today's IT teams are really looking at how they can face these pressures so that they can also maintain their uptime for their employees and for their business. They can ensure that their security protocol is met. And when issues happen, that they're able to support those issues and resolve them as quickly as possible. So, at GoTo, we really see these hurdles firsthand with our customers. And that's exactly why we're focused on delivering solutions like LogMe and Rescue or GoToResolve that help our customers manage and simplify IT support across the board.
It is interesting, the point we're at. I have a book on my shelf about Does IT Matter, which was the sort of a groundbreaking book by Nicholas Carr, 15 years ago. As cloud computing started to become a thing, people sort of wondered if you could set and forget it. You move to the cloud and IT doesn't become a problem. But in fact, we changed our problems, and now there are new complications, new interdependencies, new ways in which you have these heterogeneous environments that need to get along with each other. So it's a very interesting world we live in. The IT challenges are different from 20 years ago, from the pre-cloud era, but they're equally complex.
Yeah, absolutely. I fully agree. And I think that's one of the things where we see that also extend itself into the go-forward state as companies look to adopt new technologies into their environments for sure.
Yeah. So AI, we have predictive machine learning, we have anomaly detection. There's, of course, Gen AI, which can interpret and summarize text and converse with people through a chatbot. There are a lot of different iterations of artificial intelligence. What do you find the primary ways in which AI can help companies modernize and streamline their IT systems while maintaining uptime without disrupting critical operations?
That's a great question, Kevin. And today, I think IT is really eager to tackle that and try to evolve with where IT is going to be going over the next couple of years, for sure, as we've seen AI take hold in so many parts of our lives. And so from an IT perspective, AI can excel around identifying inefficiencies. It can help provide actionable insights and how to address them from an IT perspective. And that is not something that's net new in IT, but it's accelerating at such a rapid pace with the benefits that AI can present and to bring in. So at GoTo, we use what we like to call practical AI as part of our tenant. And really, we look at it as a way that we can help customers modernize without the disruption, because a lot of what we're providing to our customers still is focused in on helping to bring our customers into a world where they can fix problems before they become big headaches. And AI allows our customers to do that so that they can automate repetitive tasks, flag critical issues proactively, and also start to gather a lot of the predictive insights so that when you're thinking about not just managing one device, but managing a fleet of 1,000 or 5,000 devices, it can be absolutely essential to minimize downtime and embed that AI into the IT and help desk workflows so that we can really help companies move faster as they strive to keep their businesses humming.
Fantastic. So perhaps you could walk through an example or two. And I think the key balance I'm interested in understanding is what's the role of humans. Automation reduces workload and potentially increases accuracy. There's automation, there's AI, which is a very smart form of automation. But how do you strike the right balance to ensure expert human oversight to address IT challenges? Because automating bad decisions, taking automated action on bad recommendations can backfire in a big way. And I'm just curious if there are some examples that would show how you're striking that balance.
Absolutely. And I think this is something that we see our customers vocalizing quite a bit from the feedback that we're getting. And in IT, it's paramount that striking the right balance is essential. And it starts from our perspective that AI is a complement, right? It doesn't replace the human expertise. Mm-hmm. And we're looking at it as a way that we can design AI with a very much a human-centric approach, ensuring that our customers can maintain full control and visibility over AI-driven actions. And that is very powerful because when we think about the opportunity and the benefits of an IT manager or an IT team or department, they can enable them to take actions and apply automation across very routine tasks, but with, allowing us to maintain that human judgment, which is so critical in today's world where, we're really required to stay up on top of everything. And as an example, AI might be able to detect a potential security threat that human teams can actually validate and respond to based off of those insights. So, it's not just set it and forget it and let AI do its own thing, but it's how AI can work within those workflows and how this can create better real-time diagnostics, better real-time actionable insights, and then obviously automating process where we can apply this at scale is really critical so that we make sure that it's done right. And that's something that our customers have been really excited about as they look to tackle how this can be brought on to help them move and streamline their work in IT.
Okay, good. Our research here at BARC shows tremendous interest in security as a use case for AI. I think it ranked number 2 on a pretty extensive list of use cases we've put to enterprise adopters. And so I'd love to understand security challenges in particular and how you approach those, how GoTo can help organizations in that regard.
Definitely. AI is a game changer for security, and it's also security by no means is something that is lost on IT. It's something that IT is focused and thinking about every second of the day. So I think really here what we see is the opportunity for it to analyze vast amount of data in real time. If we think about the typical IT department, they're challenged with a mountain of data that's nonstop and ever growing across thousands of devices and employees that are trying to work and conduct business. And they're doing that directly in line with an increasing amount of security threats and cyber challenges that need to be stayed on top of. And so the ability to do some of that real-time analysis to detect anomalies and do that faster than just traditional manual process is really something we're seeing to take hold. And at GoTo, that's exactly why we've integrated these solutions together to keep security in mind, because organizations need to stay on top of the data and need to be able to understand suspicious activity during things like remote sessions or through remote monitoring and management, so that as they're looking at these systems on an ongoing basis, as new exploits come into the landscape and as the OS providers are constantly updating how they're trying to respond to these threats, that organizations are staying on top of the threat posture in their environments, and they're equally able to apply the right updates at the right time to remediate issues before they become headaches and challenges.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense. And so some of the primary model types that you've described here are anomaly detection. There's possibly classification algorithms that would classify a level of risk associated with certain behavior, certain anomalous behavior. And then maybe predictive ML, where you're predicting scenarios and using that as part of a recommendation to an IT security individual.
Yes, that's absolutely true. And I think our customers are also very interested in our IT is very interested in understanding how data privacy falls into play too, because depending on what industry, as you're well aware, there might be different regulations with regards to what data gets touched and where it goes. And doing that in a world where everything is vastly or increasingly cloud-based is something that our customers and we see IT strongly wanting to stay on top of.
Okay. So the success of AI, as we know, depends on the quality of input data. And I'm curious what strategies enterprises should adopt to ensure that IT-related data is accurate, relevant, and secure. And also, how do you filter it all? Because I'm guessing a lot of the inputs for you are logs, mountains of logs from VPN systems, from load balancers, from cloud platforms, from all kinds of things. And so there's a lot of sifting that needs to be done. So how do you find the right telling, accurate input from all that mountain of data? And how do you make sure that it is in fact accurate?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's one where I think IT is very familiar with the world that they're living in today, and they're eager to see how AI can be applied here to help improve the current state, quite rapidly. And data lives in a number of locations, as you mentioned. It's not just on the computers and the log files. It's also living in help desks. It's living in email. It's living in a lot of back-end systems that our customers are using and rely on. And so good data becomes the backbone of any effective AI strategy. And for IT to ensure accuracy, we encourage our customers and enterprises to focus on a few areas. One, the quality, the security, and the context of the information. And when we look at applying our solutions leveraging AI, we are aggregating data at the device level so that we can process it very quickly and take action against it. but this is also being leveraged against data sources in other parts of the business, whether it's in a knowledge base or it's in a help desk ticket. And we really envision a world where we can start to bring that together, keeping obviously the privacy and the customer data where it lives in the customer's environment, but to be able to tap into that in real time so that you can make better decisions and insights on the actions which IT needs to take. And so that is an ongoing process that we are on with our customers so that we can work closely with them to understand how these challenges are evolving across, their current IT systems and where we can tap into that through our solutions and through our APIs in order to build the right solution for the customer's needs.
Okay. Fantastic stuff. The final question I'd have is to prioritize the top IT and security use cases that go-to customers are tackling with AI, and what can we learn from their experiences so far? Best practices, lessons learned, pitfalls.
Our customers are leveraging AI for a variety of use cases and areas such as we talked about around threat detection, proactive issue resolution, knowledge management. How do I enable and train fleet of IT technicians that are distributed across the globe and responsible for 24/7 support. And for example, many use AI in IT management to detect, automate, and optimize help desk workflows. That's a big area where we see a lot of opportunity for us to help put the IT department in a strength mode to be stronger, to achieve more with less human capital resources, but still driven by that human-centric or that human interaction that is so important in IT. And in other instances, we see customers looking and seeking to utilize AI to streamline knowledge sharing across teams and help reduce resolution time. So, if we're seeing isolated tickets or incidents that are starting to creep up, then utilizing AI, you can start to automatically analyze thousands of L1, L2, L3 tickets and detect patterns globally across environments. And that's an extremely powerful means that we see customers take on in order to help achieve and deliver IT at scale at a pace that we don't see customers capable of doing so through traditional manual efforts.
Very cool. Yeah, I could easily see how if you can scale up the processing of structured, semi-structured, or even textual inputs, you can get insights much more quickly, which especially was critical with security because things move so fast.
And absolutely. And at the end of the day for IT, because their customer is the employee, right? That's their SLA is set at a very high bar. Doing all of this and accomplishing these challenges in a way that still keeps the ultimate end user at mind and making sure that it's applied in a real world approach is something that is really important to IT today.
Great conversation. So Dave, thank you for joining us, for making me smarter on this topic. Really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for listening. We hope you took as much as I did from the podcast. So for further information on this topic, you can head over to goto.com. We'll be back next week with another episode in our podcast series. Until then, you can subscribe to this podcast on all major platforms. You can follow the conversation on our social platforms at EM360 Tech on X and LinkedIn. You can also get great daily news content at em360tech.com.